Hi friends. Today I'm going to review the book Management Fundamentals by Cohen and William Eimicke. Management is about getting people to work. Though organizational management constantly evolves and becomes more complex, basic management principles remain unchanged. Effective managers utilize professional tools and resources to encourage employees and to make sure their work fulfills the organization's objectives. Management is the art and craft of getting people to work. Managers must understand fundamental organizational processes to cultivate the resources that promote corporate sustainability. These resources include customers, stakeholders, and a company's distinct commercial niche or purpose. An organization's durability and success rest on its managers' ability to seek and develop resources, and to adapt effectively to internal and external changes. You don't need an official title to be a leader. Anyone can acquire leadership skills and become a better employee, no matter his or her formal role. Learning the skills of both management and leadership gives you a professional edge and boosts your company's performance. You can lead without managing and manage without leading. But an organization needs both strong leadership and good management to succeed. Management guru Peter Drucker taught that integrity is the most critical component of leadership. He believed leaders should learn people's individual strong points before offering them guidance and direction. Leaders also need a strategic blueprint backed by measurable goals and objectives. A leader's role is to 1. Promote organizational principles. 2. Establish long-term goals and strategies for achieving those goals. 3. Recruit and deploy top talent. 4. Make decisions that ensure optimal organizational performance. 5. Form collaborative relationships with other companies. 6. Master the art of written and verbal communication. 7. Motivate people and hold them accountable. 8. Initiate change and innovation. To motivate employees, leaders can offer monetary compensation, stretch assignments and opportunities for personal development. The other incentives managers often extend to motivate people include bonuses, promotions, larger offices, scheduling flexibility, perks, remote work, and time off. However, people actually derive more motivation from non-traditional incentives, such as feelings of accomplishment, acknowledgement from their superiors, a reliable anticipation of promotion, and enjoyable, meaningful work. These incentives don't cost extra money, but managers must be aware of each team's and employees' efforts to provide them. Learn something at every point of your career. Understanding how an organization functions and establishing good working relationships are critical to your success as a leader. Though you can't learn everything overnight, any new position brings a steep learning curve. Regardless of your past accomplishments, learn all you can about your company before suggesting or making significant changes. Reach out to others for their knowledge and perspective. Encourage candid feedback. Demonstrate confidentiality and openness to other viewpoints. In many respects, leadership is often associated with managing crises, which incidentally often precipitate change and innovation. Effective leaders recognize their shortcomings and view their mistakes as growth opportunities. Professional coaching may help you become a better leader. Consider enrolling in graduate courses or attending programs. Adopt the behaviors and practices of leaders you admire. Effective management rests on 3 fundamentals: benchmarks, goals, and accountability. You need a strong system for managing knowledge and employee performance. Benchmarking is a relatively simple but powerful tool to help an organization zero in on its core mission, the needs of its customers, and the best ways to improve its performance. Build your system on 3 fundamentals. Set benchmarks. Look for organizations and leaders inside and outside of your industry that do well in areas you've targeted for improvement. Describe success. Success has different definitions depending on your industry. Private businesses seek profits and market share. Social service organizations exist to help people. Success for government agencies means enabling people to live and work safely. But a private company may define success according to such variables as cost control and whether separate units are profitable. The nonprofit sector may look at what services cost and how much money the charity can raise. Define your success parameters by determining which of these indicators are appropriate and which ones you can measure. Establish accountability. Evaluate performance and hold employees and teams accountable. Setting overly ambitious goals discourages people or forces them to adopt unethical methods. Setting the bar too low may stop employees from trying to improve. Managers must monitor their workforce's performance constantly and adjust employees' targets accordingly. Make sure your employees know which results gain rewards and which incur penalties. Senior managers need to create and define metrics they can use to evaluate organizational performance. Measuring variables such as expenses and revenues is easier within your company, but you must go outside your walls to determine customer satisfaction. Competitive threats. the effect of governmental regulations, and the impact of your goods and services. Adding more metrics reduces each one's importance, yet excluding some may mean you overlook the area they gauge. Your strategic plan determines your direction and how best to pursue your goals. Organizations require strategic game plans that identify immediate and long-range goals, the actions needed to meet those objectives, and the resources to pay for executing the plan. 6 elements should anchor any strategic plan. Analyze issues and opportunities, identify the company's strong points and shortcomings, and determine how they influence its chances of securing resources. Ask what goods and services the organization should produce, what purpose your offerings fulfill, how the company is unique, and who its consumers are. Analyze and identify all stakeholders. Who creates obstacles, challenges, and opportunities? Which stakeholders inside and outside of the organization can affect its mission or the implementation of its strategies? Analyze the historic record. How did obstacles and opportunities bring the organization to this point? Which departments and individuals have responded most effectively to past challenges, and what strategies work best? Seek input from veteran employees. Analyze the company's current situation and resources. Assess the organization's competencies and what it needs to do to meet its evolving financial, political, and social demands. A brutally honest self-analysis may be painful, but necessary. Define objectives and actions. Your strategic initiatives must align with your financial resources. Strategies that exceed the company's capacities will force the organization or its expectations to change. Budget for 1 year, but include a 5-year fiscal plan, because rolling everything out will require more than 12 months. Evaluate the likely impact of your strategy. Monitoring the implementation of your plan allows you to adjust it. Prepare for pushback. People resist change. Some people don't believe in fixing what isn't broken. Others think new rules and structures will compromise innovation and creativity. Sustainability managers think about the long term instead of focusing only on weekly, quarterly, or daily performance and finances. Some employees or groups want to safeguard their power and influence. Gain their support by being aware of their concerns and aligning your strategy with the resource allocations and goals of the whole organization. All companies face a common dilemma: make it or buy it. Contracting is the solution for accomplishing work that exceeds your company's capabilities. However, you are ultimately responsible for the results. Get to know each vendor at the beginning of your relationship and stay closely involved until you develop mutual trust. An organization should not purchase a service, goods, or function if doing so would impair the organization's capacity and distinctive competence. Be careful about entering into a contract that can detract from your organization's distinctiveness. Success depends on sound media relations and marketing. Technological advancements in social media bring new complexities to corporate communication. Managers must pay attention to media relations, marketing, and branding. Sometimes a company stumbles and receives negative publicity. Minimize the damage by facing the media and offering accurate information. Their reports probably will be worse without your input, because the media rarely focus on good news. Senior managers must publicize their organization's positive activities and developments. Establish a knowledgeable communications team that disseminates favorable news and prepares strategies in advance for dealing with crises. Branding helps an organization reach and then hold on to customers, who in turn will recommend your organization to others. Marketing and branding matter for every organization. Even nonprofits have stakeholders and clients. An organization's strategic marketing plan should include a compelling message aimed at its target audience. Your choice of media channels depends on how you can most effectively reach your specific followers. Branding creates public recognition of your uniqueness and separates you from the competition. Strong brands attract customers, investors, and outstanding employees. Social media allow people to circumvent conventional media and communicate directly. These venues are often ideal for pitching goods and services to consumers while drastically reducing advertising costs. But social media carry risks. These outlets can provide an avenue for disgruntled consumers and employees. Anyone can offer an opinion or feedback. On occasion, representatives of the media may need to interview you. Don't lie or distort the truth. Promote your organization as often as you can and answer questions directly without elaborating. Effective communication begins with listening. Active listening requires knowing how to let someone else talk, listening carefully, offering occasional words of acknowledgement, and responding when appropriate. Good listeners sum up what they heard and restate it in their own words to show they understand and are paying attention. When providing feedback to an employee, zero in on issues the person can fix. Never criticize his or her personality or background. Offer feedback privately and within a couple of days of any incident that requires it. Focus on one behavior at a time and make it clear that you expect modifications. Being receptive to feedback yourself sends a positive message and improves communication within the organization. Effective listening requires outward signs that you are paying attention to the speaker. Behavior that is generally called attending behavior and includes nonverbal clues. Managers often do not enjoy conducting job interviews. It's time-consuming, repetitive, and sometimes doesn't reveal a clear front-runner. Make the process more tolerable by asking every candidate the same open-ended questions. Create a chart listing the behaviors and skills you're looking for, and score each candidate for each of your criteria. Be diligent about your personal communication. Weigh the impact of your emails and messages before you send them. Online correspondences can be rapidly forwarded around the world and will exist in cyberspace forever. Almost everyone carries a smartphone, so be aware of what you say and do. Someone is probably paying attention. Takeaways. 1. Management is about getting people to work. 2. You don't need an official title to be a leader. 3. Learn something at every point of your career. 4. Effective management rests on 3 fundamentals: benchmarks, goals, and accountability. 5. Your strategic plan determines your direction and how best to pursue your goals. 6. All companies face a common dilemma: make it or buy it. 7. Success depends on sound media relations and marketing. 8. Effective communication begins with listening.